Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by again. Today's subject is ruts in the road. Now, for those of you that, don't know what I'm talking about, if you've ever been down an old country road, most of them are dirt. And over time, as you keep going down the road, you start to wear these ruts in it. And especially if it rains, you can see then the water falls into the rut. And the more you hit the rut, the more you create this rut goes deeper and deeper, and your tires just naturally sort of slide into it. In fact, when I was a teenager, I was riding my motorcycle to visit some family, and I was going down a dirt road, and I kind of sort of seen the rut up in front of me, and I knew to try to steer out of it, but I didn't have enough practice to get way out of the rut. So what happened was, is even though I thought I was clearing it with my front tire, my rear tire was just close enough on that motorcycle to slide down into that rut. And when it did, it slung me. And of course, I ended up going through the cotton field. Didn't help my motorcycle any. And it's one of those things that I realized then that if you're going to get away from the rut, you have to really move over, way over. And one of the things I add to that is if you do that over time, you're just going to create another rut. It's a natural tendency of things to happen that way. Now you say, why is that important? Funny enough, your mind works a lot like that. Okay. As you do things, and this is why practicing things over and over again starts to build up this muscle memory, which is partly because as you do something, you have a neural network that starts to connect and think and do the same thing. And it strengthens the bonds between the cells that are in your brain, those cells that do the actual moving of information along, that actually record and copy everything in your brain. So you have this neural network of sort of like it's looking at like a giant city's overlaying map. And it also just so happens that when you think things, you do the same thing and you have connections. And that's why when you think of one thing, you think of another because you're firing off that route, that neural network. A lot of times things are so interconnected that way. And of course, the more that you think that way, the more your mind strengthens the bonds between the different nerve cells that allow that thought to become more concrete in your mind and think it. That's why it's so important to do practices that are positive, daily basis, often as you can, setting a timer and doing them, like positive affirmations. You may have been told a lot in your past, a lot of bad things about yourself. How do you get out of that? Because your mind has now went over it. You've ruminated over it. You have locked it in. You basically have done what happened in that dirt road. You have dug a rut into the ground that's so deep that if you're not careful, you naturally slide into it. And that's why you naturally slide into those negative thoughts. Negative thoughts are easy because you've thought them so many times before. And anytime somebody adds something more negative, you've already built a strong infrastructure of negative thoughts to carry it. So when someone does something or says something that upsets you, you just naturally fall into that pattern again. So the daily affirmations, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Okay. By doing this over and over again, you start to build a new neural network. And just like that country road, as you build the new rut in the road, the old rut starts to fill in with dirt, sand, and silt. It's not as much of a rut. Now, if you shift back into that rut, you can get it back dug again real quick because you've already got the basis for it. So you really have to focus on the new thoughts to get them to develop that same strong neural pathway. And by doing this over and over again, thinking in this positive way, it allows you to basically get an edge over and build a new neural pathway, a stronger neural pathway of the positive things you want in life, the things that you want to feel. That's why those gratitude lists are so important because you need a little bump, a little nudge. That's why having a good social network of friends who encourage you instead of dragging you down, because when they encourage you, they're encouraging you to develop this new neural pathway for yourself. So you want to look for people that's going to help you build the pathway you want to. You lay your own infrastructure, your own roads and bridges through your mind that you want to do things you want to do and feel the way you want to do. So don't be like I did and just sort of half-ass get out the edge of the rut. No, make it a point to get way over and build the structures, the ruts that you want, the good ruts in the road. Okay. So this is the way I see it, and this is the way I tell it to clients. So I wanted to express that in a little video so that you could lock it into your mind that some of the reasons for building this set pattern of behaviors of positive affirmations and things like that is so that you can then get them locked into your mind by doing it over and over again, saying it over and over again, thinking it over and over again. That way it gets stronger and stronger as a bond within your mind. And then you have your own positive neural network that you want to hang on to and build for the rest of your life. So y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you again later. Y'all take care.